And I think I'm live. Hello, everyone. Thank you so much, so much for being here. This is so amazing. We're here to celebrate 10K. Can you imagine that? Oh, so thank you so much for being here today. We're going to be running through some burning questions that you have. We will, of course, be discussing any other question that you might have live. I am very open about pretty much everything. So, any doubt, any question that you might have around what's live on YouTube, everything I will try to answer. So, let's go ahead. We will also see a little bit of what are the books that I've been buying lately or that I've been receiving. So yeah, I'm very excited. So hello, Alex. Hi. So good that you're here. This is my nephew. So hi. Hi, Caroline. Thank you. Oh, Patrick. Thank you so much. Hi. Hi, Laura. Yay, 10K Isa. I mean, I will probably share that afterwards, but Laura made some memes with me when I reached 10K that were hilarious, and I am dying. I want everyone to see them and no one to see them. So yeah. Hi Ellie, thank you so much. Really, literally, I won't be here if not for you guys. So this is so very exciting. Hi, everyone. Hello. The pain in the ass me is here. You're absolutely not a pain in the ass. So yay, Sarah, Isas. This is a very good friend of mine. So thank you for being here as well. Congrats, enhorabuena, reina. This means congrats, queen. So thank you. Oh, Polly. Oh no, Polly, that's my job. I'm happy that you guys think are bothering me, but it is amazing to be here with you guys, really. I won't cry today, hopefully. So hi there from Kentucky, US. Oh, hello from Madrid, Spain. Hi, Monica. Hi. We were talking, actually, Monica and I, this last weekend, and it was amazing. So good that you're here. Hi, Felix. Hi. Elite 10, I'm Pen India's volume 2.0. Cool. That sounds really cool as well. Lemma, can we take one side each? This is very exciting. I feel it's exciting that you guys are deciding which one is Pen India's number one, but none of you are. Absolutely yes. Okay, maybe you guys disagree. So thank you again for being here. I decided to start sharing some books because, I know we all love some books. So I wanted to share some that I've bought lately and others that I've gotten. Some of those books you might already have seen, but well, should we start for the ones that are most amazing? Yes, let's start with that. So for starters, I was able to get Yellow Face, and this was gifted to me by Johan from the Library of Viking. You all know Johan. So he is amazing. He stayed here at home for a weekend when he came to Spain, and he gifted me this amazing version that it is signed. So I cannot wait. I've heard so many good things about this book. I don't know, guys, if you have read it, but I've heard so many good things. I read The Poppy War, Babel. Both books are great books for me. So I am hoping this one to also be very interesting, although it definitely leans a little bit outside of the good old classy fantasy side. So we shall see how I feel. But feedback, amazing so far. So let me know if you've read it. Congrats, Lisa. Thank you so much, Son. Johan is so nice. Oh, he's also like a mastermind of YouTube. We'll get to that. I think there's a question about thoughts related to booktubers, and I will be talking about that so that you can know it. ¿Qué pasa, mi amor? My Spanish is terrible. Sup, everyone. So this is basically like, hi. So hi back to you. Okay, more books, more books, more books. So I hope you all are very excited about this, because I am. And even if it is not as amazing, which I hope it is, I will forever remember that he, like, how nice it was for him to gift it to me. So yay. No, you and Patrick are the masterminds. No one else make me book faster. I mean, yeah, he also has that power. I can very clearly see why. What is happening? He, he is a mastermind, so I can really understand. But Johan is a growth machine. So we will talk about that. Other book that I got, and this was done because I actually bought it, it's The Sword of Kagan, the new version. And I mean, it's all I knew was that it was a better version. And just because of that, I was like, yeah, let's buy this. And I was impressed because the art, as you can imagine, I am spoiling it. The art, as you can imagine, and you can see, it's outstanding. But then it has silver reflective edges. Like what? What? I don't know. I'm assuming this was common knowledge for everyone, but I was very, 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 very surprised to see that this was so incredible, so amazing. And it's now probably the most beautiful book that I own. You can see the art also inside. It is such a phenomenal, phenomenal, phenomenal book. I am hoping for us over at Patreon to read this soon. I know that it's a wintry read, so hopefully we can make it work. Oh, that's, I am sorry. That is Daniel. That's Daniel. Sorry. It seems that I cannot manage my multiple tabs at the same time. Shame on me. That's done though. Okay, so this Sword of Kagan, Polly says, I wanted that edition, but it's not longer available. So I have the regular paperback. Oh, I did not know that it was not available anymore. I bet that they will bring it back because it was such a huge success. It is such an amazing, really read, and the edition was perfection. But if not, I can lend it to you eventually, but with it coming back. Then going to, other books, I got lately the last book for Secret Project, so Secret Project number 4, which is The Sunlit Man. I don't know, let me guys know if you've read it, or if you're planning to, or even if you've read any of the Secret Projects so far. But this one, I was really, really excited about this one. It was the more Cosmere Aware book within the 4 secret projects that we have. It's a book that Sanderson wrote thinking of us fans, and I was very excited. It ended up not being my favorite necessarily, although I see how it can be, and it will be the favorite for a lot of people. But just it being red, that is so amazing. And black edges, like I'm now having a thing for edges of different colors and different things. Also, it has such beautiful art. All of the different secret projects have beautiful art, but look at these, like, oh, what? Let's say hi. Congrats, Isa. Thank you so much, Becky. No me puedo quedar, pero paso a saludar. Okay, hi. This is, I cannot stay, but I'm just coming by to say hi. So hi, thank you so much for coming by. That is very much appreciated. So yes, these are my thoughts from The Sunlit Man. Very, very good book in terms of the cover and the art. And then the story was fine, but it will have die-hard fans. I know so. But I don't have as many read books. Do you see it? So it's like, yes, addition. And I know this is not like a legit source of, information, but it is beautiful. And then 2 other books that I bought myself, for myself, and I've enjoyed both reads this month actually. It's in one hand Starling House, which I bought it before knowing that it was the Reese Witherspoon Book of the Month of October and all of that. So if you want it, buy it now before the sticker just got into the cover, which is such a pet peeve for me. But I've heard that it was really beautiful in terms of the ambience, and it's a standalone, which I love. And yeah, it was actually really good, very gothic and very story within a story. And I am very obsessed also with the book cover. Can you see it? Like that, this different, I'm assuming, starling birds, and then there are like all over. Oh man, it is beautiful. I don't know, I hope you're seeing it, but beautiful read. And then last but not least, and this is one of the one of the biggest surprises that I had this year. I like Starling House. Good, good. I always love when other people says that loves the books that I liked, because I feel so, validated. So thank you, Becky. And then a book that I bought and that I was very, very, very surprised. One of the best surprises that I've got this year. It's A Diary of Blood. I cannot begin to explain how beautiful this book is, and at the same time, I don't know, it's super slow, it is super beautiful, it is very character driven, but it's written in a way that it's so lyrical, that's so outstanding. I started reading it, I started reading it via audio, and after like 5 minutes I was like, no, I'm going to buy this book. Like, every line, it's beautiful, really. It's like you need to read this with a glass of wine, and feeling like intense, because it's that kind of story. And it was honestly such a beautiful, beautiful read. It's quite dark. It definitely has some trigger warnings, which the author mentions at the beginning, which I found was really interesting. And it was very, very short, and honestly beautiful. Perfect October read, to be honest. The art is beautiful. I'm assuming the art you mean from Starling House, because this one, it has beautiful art, but it's kind of like, I mean, I'm surprised, but not necessarily like, oh my God, I've never seen something like that before. You know what I mean? So I'm assuming it's this one. But gosh, I have that one, then this one, and my TBR. Yes, please read it. Like October, it's definitely the month you can read it in just, I won't say one sitting, because it took me a little bit longer, and because it screams to read it a little bit slower. But you can read it in one sitting. Again, another good book. Oh, Becky, you read such good books. Congrats! The best book I read all year is Spare Cuts Through Water. Man, I have that on my TBR. So I always have post-its here. You don't actually always see it, but I always have them. So I will add the book now, because I know I have it in my Goodreads TBR account, but I really, really want to read it. And I've heard beautiful and amazing things. So I will let it down. Cuts Through Water. Done. Well, done in a way. So yeah, I will add that. And please, if you have other recommendations, keep them coming, because I still need to read a lot of books before the year end, and I am very excited. I think I've been in a reading slump, honestly, which is quite rich coming from me, that I've done different videos on how to beat a reading slump. But yeah, so I'm now more excited about reading this week. So yeah, we'll pick it up as soon as I finish the 3 books that I have on my list. Definitely, we definitely need to build that common wish list. TBR, agreed. I think this is such a good idea to have a document, a Notion, a table, whatever, where we can all have those books that we need to read, then the main tropes and the things that get recommended, so that they don't get lost. Ole. Thank you, Rulo. This is a friend. So yeah, you don't see some of the emojis. I do see them here, but the self-pub cover of A Diary in Blood is even more beautiful. Oh yeah. I mean, this book, it is really phenomenal. really, really, really one of the surprise of the year. I'm still unclear whether or not this is going to be on my top 10 once that I finalize the year, because it is really beautiful. Like, yeah, mind-blowing, beautiful. You definitely need to like that lyrical type of vibes. But yeah, Robert, you have to read the reading poll, so the book that wouldn't burn wins. No, I mean, I already read the book that wouldn't burn. So we are talking here, and sorry, but just for context, over at Patreon, we do have poll right now running for the book that we're going to be reading on this next month, so November. And one of those books is The Book That Wouldn't Burn. We have others such as The Final Strife, which I also have there, The Exologist, A Master of Gene, and Half a King. Those are the 5 books that we have. And actually, The Book That Wouldn't Burn, I already read, and it wasn't as good for me. But I understand, like, being fair, I had COVID while reading it. So maybe upon a reread, I like it more, because it was pretty confusing. So maybe now I understand more. But yeah, it seems that a lot of people want The Book That Wouldn't Burn to win. So if it wins, it wins. That's fair. My most recent 6-star, I love it, was What the River Knows by Isabel Ibáñez. It's historical YA set in Egypt. I've never read anything by Isabel Ibáñez, which shame on me. Yeah, shame on me. Is this the one that you recommend the most for me to start? Reading slump with multiple books a month. I'm happy to finish one a month. I know. I mean, I just know that I am in a reading slump because I'm finding excuses to not read, and I am like, when you need to study, and you're like, on the other thought, I'm gonna just clean my room, which is something that you never want to do. So it's like I'm doing the things that I never want to do. Like, yeah, let's do some laundry, and just doing all the stuff. So there are the signs. That's why I know. But I'm getting better. I voted for, I think that's a Master of Gene. I met him this summer, and he's so nice. So that's the author, right? Oh, that's so cool. And that comment is like, yeah, I met the author. What about you? I mean, classy. You are the queen here. Did you grab a copy of Wraithmark Creative Store of Kagan? Yes. I just shared it. Yes. I spent a lot of money, but it was in the past. Now I'm happy that I did it. Yay. Side-eyeing my 368 book long wish list in my bookstore app. Yes. Oh, congratulations on 10K. Thank you so much, Hannah. Hannah is also, well, same as Becky. I did not mention that, but both are booktubers. Both tackle fantasy as well, although they also have other type of content, especially romance. So thank you so much for being here. Yes, she showed it early, and I'm jealous. I just showed it again, but it's not because I want to make you jealous. It's gorgeous. It is. You're absolutely not a buffoon. I've only read 2 of her books, so we're back to talking about Isabel Ibáñez, What the River Knows and Together We Burn, which is historical dragon fighter dancer. And it's also, she seems to love historical inspo. I mean, all of that sounds very, very good. Yes, I like that. Suman. Suman! Thank you so much for being here. I'm so jealous of anyone that has a copy of Sword of Kagan. I mean, yes, I have one. And that's the last time that I'm going to be sharing it. But it's one of my favorite books of all time. And I want it, and I love it so much. If all of you have read this book by the end of this year, I will be happy. So yeah, it is such a great book. And the edition is phenomenal. Okay, but that's what I got in terms of books. I've actually been behaving pretty good, I must say. I have not bought a lot of books lately. What's the last book you read? Oh, let me think, because I'm currently, I think it was a Diary of Blood, actually. I think I've been jumping through different books. I'm now rereading Fourth Wing because I want to share a recap in a couple of weeks. and man, that is taking a lot of my energy. I'm also need to start yet the book of October for Patreons, which is Witch King, and I already have it. I started like 2 pages, and yeah, I'm basically there. So I think the last one was Diary of Blood. I started oh yeah, I started Drowning, which I also bought, which I will share and also introduce the top star that we have here. She's Dai, as you can see. She's not happy that I'm displaying her, but well, maybe afterwards I go pick the book. But I bought Studying Drowning. I started it, and I had such a weird relationship with Juniper and Thorn. I acknowledge it was a beautiful book, but it was slightly dark and meh. It was meh for me. So I started reading that. And I started Drowning because I've had so many good things, and it was just 2 chapters in, and I was like, I need to wait. So I've been back and forth. Hi, are you a speed reader? You flow through books. It's insane. This year is my best reading year of all time. I discovered and read Mistborn. Yay! Stormlight, Red Rising. Thank you for all your recs. And that makes me so happy. I would not say that I'm a speed reader. I definitely, and this links with other questions that we have that I've gathered, so I can start jumping to those. But I definitely lean more towards the slower side of things. I don't know if it is because I I'm reading in English. Meanwhile, my main language is Spanish, but I don't know. It just takes me a lot to get to the different books, but it's more of a matter of being focused and really loving the book. If I really love a book, then I just go all in and there's nothing, just that book, and I read it super fast. But if I'm taking, like, the book is not really convincing me, I can really stretch myself, and that is the worst. In the best scenario, best scenario, I read 2 books per week, kind of. So, and I've been like reading 1 book for 3 weeks already. So I'm getting there. But no, slower reader. But man, the books that you've read are absolutely amazing reads. I'm so happy for you. And for me, the Devavat trilogy was so good. I definitely recommend it. I know I need to get this year to the second book, which I know it's even better than the first one. And I definitely want to give it a try because it was one of my favorites of last year. So I definitely need to keep reading. I was meh about Juniper and Thorn. So yes, I mean it's not a bad book. It's definitely not a bad book, but you need to be in the mindset. And I don't know. I just hold Juniper and Thorn. I hope I like it. I think you will, Hannah. I think you will. It is witchy. It is slightly dark. I think you will. I do love all the books I have read by Martha Wells. I hope you enjoy Witch King. Yay! This is gonna be actually my first Martha Wells book, so shame on me again. But very excited about that. To be honest, I think I will like it. I really think I will like it. So we shall see. Hola Isa, are you planning to continue The Wheel of Time? I just finished book 11. Man, you're a legend. So yes, definitely will be continuing. I wanted to read at least 1 book per month, but as I was saying, I've been in a little bit of a reading slump. So yeah, I hopefully now that I feel I'm getting out of that reading slump, I will pick up book 2 in November. So hopefully yes. But I am 100% on my path of I want to continue. That's what I want to happen. So yes. This is very random, but I just saw the Chinese cover for Daughter of the Moon Goddess on my way to check Adeline's great feed, and I'm so in love. Oh, send that, because the art already of that book, it is so amazing. I have it there. I really want to go to it, but I have this massive cat here. Look at her face. She's not happy. So I will remain seated. But yeah, share it because I really want to maybe buy it. I'm also grateful that you're honest about not liking Name of the Wind, because I can get into it. First person narrative feels so self-indulgent. Happening with Empire of Silence also. DNF. I mean, it is such an unpopular opinion. There's a lot of people that love Name of the Wind, but yes, definitely it was not a favorite for me. I just, yeah, I did not continue with that series and that point of view of Kvoth telling his own story, when I get that the point is of Kvoth being, you know, that big, and making himself his own hero. That's the whole point of the story. But I was not really, connecting with him. Similar thing happened with Empire of the Vampire in terms of narration, and I did enjoy Empire of the Vampire. So, you know, maybe it was just that I did not like Name of the Wind. I don't know. Gosh. I pre-ordered the fancy bookshop. Oh yes, bookshops and Bondas edition from the Book in Binding. Yes. I mean, I've been on the fence about doing that. I'm not sure even if they still have books pending. Maybe they don't. And they already sell our books, but I sold our books, but I also want that. I really, really enjoyed Legends and Lattes. Just for context, this is the prequel, and the Broken Binding always do such amazing editions. So, yes. Oh, I mean, do I need to buy it? Yes. Will I? Probably. Do you have any Spanish inspired fantasies to recommend? So, this was also one of the questions that I already got. And we have here another Spaniard. Nope. Here another Spaniard who says El Quijote. All of the fantasies in his head. I acknowledge all of you know El Quijote by now, but this is a very classic Spanish book, and it, in a way, it's kind of like the path of the hero, and it's a quest. But being honest, in terms of recommending Spanish fantasy authors, I have not read much. I read a lot of young adult Spanish authors when I was younger, but when I transitioned into being an adult, I stopped reading those authors. So actually, I'm not very knowledgeable. I know I need to read more. Of course, I can recommend Carlos Ruiz Zafón with Shadow of the Wind and Marina. I've not read Shadow of the Wind. I did read Marina, and I really loved it. It's kind of like magical realism. It has mystery. It's rounded, and the setting, it's in Barcelona. It's kind of like a thriller. It was beautiful. I really loved it. And Laura Gallego is such a popular fantasy young adult author. So those for sure. But then I don't know. I don't really know. I probably have a lot of other books, but I've honestly leaned more towards international authors since I was very young. So yeah, shame on me, definitely. It's on the author's IG, but I can share it on Discord too. Thank you, Ellie. This is coming back to the beautiful art of Daughter of the Moon Goddess. Cervantes has Instagram. I don't think so. I mean, we can definitely try an open one, but yeah, no. Although I truly believe that Cervantes is the writer of El Quijote, so who is long dead, of course. But I think he would have been like a TikToker, like he would be a star, an epic star, like with all his craziness. He would have made it into today's society easily. Sometimes I only want to read snippets of books without the feeling of needing to finish or read cover to cover, like I picked up Return of the King and only read the Battle of Pelennor Fields. I mean, that's legit. I 100% think that's a very good idea. For me, reading, it's more about, having that passion of wanting to read something. And then the books, in my mind, should be there to provide you options for you to read, but not necessarily, you should be the one driving the need of what's the world that you want to visit or what's the thing that you want to do. So 100%, I think this is a brilliant idea, especially if you are in a certain mood and want a certain thing, go for it. The Broken Binding need to have a store unit in the EU, yes or not? About yes. I mean, yes, yes. If they want Spanish representatives, we're here. we're here, Johan, and I think yeah, Johan is a representative in the UK. So, oh hello, lovelies. Hope we're having a delightful day. I hope so as well. Today was a very Monday, so I hope you're all doing okay. It was awesome. Oh yes, we're going back to the comment of just reading certain things. I put the back down, happy and fulfilled. Of course, other books you read snippets from over and over again, like 20, 40, 100 pages. This is such an interesting question. I don't think so. I don't think so. No, no. I do read. No, so one of the main things that I really usually love about books are the beginnings. I really, really love when I get a book and I read the beginning because I love to get into those stories. So it has happened that I've wanted to reread a book. I've read the beginning and it was like, cool, that was all what I wanted, and then dropped the book. But I don't feel it counts for what you want to, for the question that you're making here. But I think it's really an idea that I will definitely will be implementing soon into my day-to-day. Name of the Wind was the book that got me into reading fantasy. Yeah. After reading 2 books, I'm not sure what I think. It can turn out really good or die for me. I know, like Name of the Wind, it's such a popular book. It has a lot of different fans. So, yeah. Yeah, it's just, it really just comes down to taste of what are you seeking right now. I'm not sure what would I even think if I were to discover Name of the Wind now for the first time, but it's all to see. I think Victoria Alvarez is good. Thank you, Polly, for sharing. She says Spanish young adult author, but she's good. I don't think she has been translated into English though. Oh, so a little bit limiting, but if you know Spanish or if you want to learn, then definitely go here for it. Yeah, same as Isa. So yeah, we're basically leaning more towards international authors. Hi, Joanna. Congratulations on 10K. Well deserved. Well, thank you so much. Same. Joanna is also a booktuber. She's amazing. If you have not checked her out yet, please do so. She does amazing content, and she's such she's a beautiful human being. And yeah. Hi, Yumi. Do you like reading self-pub authors? Yeah, I mean, I don't think that I read as many self-pub books as I should. I hope that I will start reading more next year onwards. I still have this feeling that I came to reading fantasy, like I've always been reading fantasy, but I was reading fantasy in Spanish or what I could buy, and then I discovered the world of reading in English. And there's a lot of books that are not translated into English that are very popular, or books that are just getting translated now. So when I started reading fantasy in English, I already had such a big pile of books, or popular or very prominent books that I wanted to read, that I still needed to do that catch up. So I'm still like picking up from those books that I still want to read. Like there are obviously like a lot of examples, but the Devil Trilogy, I'm not sure it's translated. I know that, for example, Dandelion Dynasty is just been translated this year, I think. So there are a lot of books that I'm still picking, but I've enjoyed the self-pub books that I read, but I still need to read more. So definitely it's a pending thing for me. But thank you so much for being here, Jimmy. I volunteer for the Broken Binding Spanish games with you. I mean, if they're listening, we're here. Yes, I've read the first chapter of Way of Kings like 10 times. I mean, Way of Kings, such phenomenal prologue. Yes. Oh, heart. I think that's the best compliment any author can receive. Your book got me into reading this genre. Absolutely, absolutely. And I think, well, I actually had one of those questions gathered, so I will jump to that. But I got the question of what was the book that made you fell in love with fantasy, or what was the first book that you read within this whole world. And for me, and now I will need to, need to go and pick it up because the edition is phenomenal. Is here. but and that was Elantris. So for some reason that I'm still not super sure about, Brandon Sanderson has such a good relationship with Spaniards, which it's cool. The other day I actually dreamt that Brandon Sando and me were friends. So that's lame, but actually his books get translated very quickly into Spanish. And I got Elantris recommended on a book fair, and I got it in 2006, and I read it that same, well, just as I bought it, and I rediscovered fantasy. I've already been reading some stuff, but I just fell in love with the magic, and yeah, it was a turning point for me. So that's why Sanderson, I guess, it's my favorite author, because he has been there for me throughout my life. Okay, now Tai is going because she does not want me to move. Let's give it another try. Come here, Tai. Mean. No, she does not want to. She will probably run. Um, Joanna is the sweetest. I know she is. She definitely is. Does the Greenbone saga get better after book one? I read Jade City, but I guess I didn't really connect with it. But I heard really good things. So should I give it another go and read Jade War? I think yes. I enjoyed a lot Jade War and Jade Legacy. It's such a masterful overall story, but I still believe the Jade City is. I'm not sure if the best one, but if you did not enjoy it, I'm not sure if you will enjoying the rest. It does change a little bit because you have a little bit more of action in book two, but it's very political. And book three really changes because you will follow a wider set of characters. But the main things, like being very character driven, political, and that kind of world, it's very the same. So not sure. I will always say give Jade City and Jade War another try. I don't know if you try that, but the audiobooks are actually phenomenal. So that can be an easier way to get into those books. I loved it. I actually really loved it, this whole trilogy. So I would say yes, but if you have not enjoyed book one, I'm not sure. With NaNoWriMo around the corner, there's a lot of writers who'd feel they did something worthwhile and enduring that crunch. Oh, yes, that's beautiful. Definitely. I really, really admire every author. Well, I'll very likely be publishing one of my books next summer. Yes, yes. Best of luck to you and all the success in the world, hopefully. I agree. I recently started watching Joanna myself. Oh, Joanna, you're getting popular. I'm loving this. I'm loving this love. So yes, Joanna is a great channel that you also follow. Yimi Church. Oh my god, congrats. Fellow author? What genre? Fantasy. Yay! My first language is Spanish as well, but I live in the US and have been reading 100% in English for many years now. Are there any books that you prefer to read in your first language? Hi, Jeanette. And yes, this is also a question that I got. And so, yes, actually, for Stormlight Archive, I really prefer to read them in Spanish. I love the narration in English because Michael Kramer, like, and Kate Reading, like, the narration is phenomenal, and I am fine reading Stormlight in English, but it just has so much more in Spanish for me. It's just this book that the translation is just so phenomenal that I know that I will buy and read the book in Spanish. I will have a lot of challenges because the translations, they're a little bit complex then. So if I share the book then and or do a review, it's like the sibling, it's called the sibling or it's called the brother. There are stuff like the names that I need to pick up, but I really, for Stormlight, so big pieces of stories like this. I think Stormlight is the only exception. Rest of books I'm fine, but Stormlight, I really prefer reading it in Spanish. There are all the books like the opposite question I also gathered. So, is there any book that you got in Spanish and that you preferred in English? And actually, I had this experience with Belladonna. Well, actually the second book, Foxglove by Adeline Grace. So I went to a book signing and she was there, and I was like, of course I need to buy this book. And she is just pitching it to me. So love Belladonna. And I started to reading Foxglove in Spanish, and I hated it, hated it, hated it, hated it. The translation, like so many things were lost from one thing to another. And I mean, I finished the book in Spanish, but I think that was a mistake. A lot of things can get lost in the translation, and this was one of the cases. Like the atmosphere, it was not the same. I was cringing so much all the time, honestly, in Spanish. Yes, more indie fantasy friends. Yay! How much do you pull in from your channel? Wondering what it takes to change careers. How much do you pull in from your channel? What's the question? What do you want to ask with this question? How much you pull in from your channel? Like how much effort? How much time? Because I definitely got those questions. So yeah, I tried to separate things in terms of categories, but as you guys are commenting, and I'm loving that, we're just going to be switching. So in terms of Booktube and how much time I invest in the channel, there is a lot. I definitely thought it was easier. It was kind of like I decided that it was great. The community, it's amazing. The books, everything. Like I thought, how hard can it be? And it is certainly not as complex, but it takes a lot of time. At least it takes to me. And I will explain that a little bit later, but I am very slow at everything. Like I am very slow. So I invest a lot of time doing research, different researches for the videos that I want to do. Then I do a rough script for the video, which that is very natural. Like a lot of people does that. That's fine. Then filming, I still have a lot of mistakes because I don't know. I just feel that if I were to be speaking in Spanish, it will be easier, or that I will be doing less mistakes while talking. But sometimes I don't feel as comfortable. So I'm like, and then I'm very obnoxious. And the editing, it also takes a lot of time to me. So I invest a lot of time. I got a specific question, which was how much for like per video. And I was doing the calculations, and per video, I usually spend, depending, between 4 and 6 hours editing. Then filming, it's usually 1 hour. Then doing the research, it can vary depending on the topic, but for 4 to 6 hours, it depends. I also spend a lot of time doing the thumbnails, although maybe you cannot tell, but I do, and also doing the research. So yeah, easily I can spend, how much was that? I don't know how to sum, like 10-15 hours per video. It is, yes, it is. I am definitely slower. I know other booktubers that are way faster. I'm also trying now an editor for one video a month, and that's doing a lot of heavy lifting for me. But it's more because I want to focus on adding high quality on other videos. But I'm pool. Is this money? I'm thinking, is this money? Like, how much do you earn? Okay, I got that question as well. I'm going to be seeing other comments, but I will be back to this question because I definitely got that asked question. And yeah, I will just open my analytics in Booktube, and we will see together everything. But I'm afraid not switching careers soon. Sorry, the book that got me into fantasy, dealing with dragons. So fun, so sweet, so much charm. Oh, this is great. Thank you, Rachel, for sharing. He said that he will come to Celsius soon. Yay! And Abercrombie said that he will be there to witness it. Oh my God. This is a convention here in Spain. So yeah, we should be there. Well, you are usually there, but I should be there. I picked up a copy of The Final Empire in Spanish. I do not know. The cover is badass. I mean, I don't know what cover do you mention. I actually don't have it here because I lended it to a friend, and things that happen in life, and it got lost, never come back. But it was the worst book cover that I've seen in my life. It was like the Inquisitors kind of like just holding their heads, and they were bold, and it was very it was weird. It was weird. I don't know which one they have right now. I think it's better. Oh, the new ones. Yeah, to clarify, Abercrombie comes almost every year, invited or not. Lol. He is the best. I love Dealing with Dragons, a great series. I don't think I've read it, so thank you so much for the rec. I will give it a try. So when are you gonna finish the glorious Powder Mage trilogy? I know, definitely this year. At least I will be reading book 2. Definitely, definitely, definitely. I mean, I am missing it so much. And right now, actually, Johan from the channel Library of Viking, he is reading Promise of Blood, and I am like, oh. He was like, yeah, it was good, and I know it's good. It's amazing. I know it. So, gosh, yeah, and also narration, everything is fantastic with this book. I really need to continue. So this year, for sure, I will be reading book 2. A very underrated, Emma at YouTube, a very underrated series, always a place in my heart. Cool. Thank you for sharing. Wow, thank you for all the love. I mean, 100% you're worth it of it. You deserve it. What would you say is your percentage of mood reading versus planning reading? This has changed. This is a very good question. This has changed over the years, and it really depends. But I'd say that easily 60% mood reading versus 40% planned reading. I want to do some things, or if I want to really read something for a video, then yes. Or as I was saying, like I really want to get into this series that I'm still playing catch up, that I'm planning it and I want to get to them. But then 60% I am allowing myself to go from one side to another. Let me know what you guys are in this case. Good luck on the publishing, recently released on my own, and there's so much competition. Oh, Jonathan, I hope your book is also crashing it, or that crashes it soon. Brandon's translator in Spanish is one of the best. Brandon's on says so. Yes, I mean, translation, it is really on point. Love it. And it's very related to these, fascinating about preferring storyline in Spanish. Yes, I mean, it is really good. It is really good. I have not seen that you miss or that you lose anything in the in between. Like the vibes are there, the tone it's similar, everything is just the same, but in other language. So in my mind, it's just the same, but in Spanish, I'm able to understand it better, and it speaks to me a little bit more. Not unlike this book, which was very disturbing. This is reference for Foxglove. There's this character that it's referring to another character saying "little bird" in English, and that, I mean, it's still in English to me. That's a little bit cringy, but in Spanish, it's like hard no, nope, nope, nope. I finished Fox Love on the weekend as well, and I have to say I also had to cringe a little bit at times, but I think I wasn't in a romance mood. Will you be reading book 3 in the series? I think I will, but just because after knowing Adeline Grace, she is just such a badass, and she is really like a gothic soul. Like she explained that the idea of the whole Belladonna story was because she was playing in a theater and she was kind of like arranging lights or something like that. And she suddenly thought, what would happen if I die right now and then I became a ghost and no one would see me? And that is such a dark but very fascinating thought. And she was explaining that kind of things, and she really like goes really deep into the gothic ambience. And I think she has a knack of explaining those situations. So I really believe that I will be continuing, but hopefully things improve. Oh, you too? Yay. We're talking here about books. Yeah, pull in, how much money do you generate? Lol. Yeah, thank you. I definitely had a Monday. So I'm sorry, like my brain is still catch up. I literally stopped working and I was like, gosh, I have the life. So yeah, let's go into my analytics. Let's not hesitate more. Let's do this. Studio. Okay. I hope you're ready, because I'm definitely am. Okay. Share screen. Yes. Share screen. Yes, I want to share these. Cool. Do you see it? I think you do. Okay. Okay, so this is basically what good old YouTube gives you. You have, the main panel. Here's all the content that you have. Here are statistics, and in here you have like the main idea. So in statistics, it's where you basically have how much have you made. So and all that. So for me, and this is like in here, they're trying to be nice. They're trying to be nice. If you see, in terms of, so it's in Spanish, but the first tab is views. The second one it's hours. So how long have you guys watched, like in total, the different videos? Then you have subscribers, and then you have the earnings, right? And all of them are the arrow. It's going down, and in the app it's actually gray. So I'm actually doing a little bit worse than last month, which makes sense. I want to think because I've been releasing less videos, because I've also been doing more research, and also with Patreon, I've been doing different stuff. I'm very excited, but of course, that has had something. So it has taken me a little bit to adjust. And that's the reason that I'm thinking. Hopefully, it's not that you like my content worse now. But yeah, so it's actually saying that I've done over the last 28 days almost 40,000 views, which is 7,000 less. In terms of hours, 3,000, which is almost 300 less. Subscribers in the whole month, 521. Yay! But it's 19 less. So, yeah. And in terms of earnings, and this is like more or less what I usually have, it's 142 euros. So, I mean, it's definitely something, because it really, you can buy books with that, and that's amazing. But it's very, very far away from allowing me to change careers, obviously. So I don't know, guys, if you had this kind of like, did you expect these to be more money, less money? Yeah, because I make questions around that. I will try to see them and answer that. But that's basically how much I earn per month. I was lucky enough this month, October, to have a sponsor, and that was Skillshare, and that was, yay, a very good. So that's basically, and I made with them the same that I like with that sponsorship. I made the same that I did this whole month. So that is exciting, and it's definitely not worth it at this moment if you think about the effort and the time and how much it consumes, um, also your emotions, for the money that you're making. But of course, like, you need to start from something if you want to continue. So yeah, let me know, guys, if you want to poke around and see all the stuff. I'm happy to keep sharing this kind of stuff. Meanwhile, I can go to other Booktube questions which were related. Let me check. But it was, yeah, the goal of all the effort that you make on your channel goes towards growing it, so that one day you make good money, or is it more a hobby or a passion? So for me, it is right now a hobby and a passion. Of course, I would love to make more money. And I mean, obviously, we all want to, be rich. But I think it goes more towards what I can do. And I am trying to picture these as, okay, what I want is to be able to help other people to read, and to read books that hopefully are good. And hopefully, if we match book taste in the moment of time in which you are, then you will do so. And with the size of my channel, I of course reach a certain audience, so which is still small if you compare me with other booktubers. So my goal is to try to increase that reach, so that hopefully I can help more people, and hopefully I can be helped by them, because I do learn a lot every day that I publish in a video. Like, the comments are amazing, and overall the community is great. So I very much think that I'm still in the, I make it because it is hobby, but the underlying thing is I really want to help, and I want to help more people, ideally. So I'm trying to make my videos better so that hopefully, slowly, little by little, I just can gain the trust of more people over time. So that's kind of like my goal, if that makes sense. Um, uh, 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 uh. I don't know how long you spend replying to comments, but it's well worth it. You're the best booktuber for these, in my opinion. It's much appreciated. Thank you so much. I mean, it takes time, but I still very clearly remember when I started the channel, I did not know anyone in the booktube community. So, and I actually was very shy about it. So I did not even tell my family and friends. I mean, my two friends, my partner, I did, of course, but I did not share it with anyone that I had a channel. So for a lot of time, months, like I did not have a lot of comments. And I did have some comments. One of the friends that I made in the channel, Laura, she and Ellie as well, she've been here almost from the beginning. And well, Laura from the beginning. I think she commented like in the fourth video that I released, and she's been consistently, obviously not in all videos because there are videos that are not interesting for her, but in almost all, she's been commenting. And I remember very clearly how that made my day, like really made my day. And I was waiting to, just connect with that. And I also remember when I was not a booktuber and I never commented in any other video because I legit thought that booktubers do not care about as viewers. Like they do the thing and they do already get a lot of comments, at least the big ones, right? And so I thought that my opinion was not important for them, and I think I just sent like one comment once to Elliot Brooks, and when she answered, I think she like make it like a heart or something. I was like, oh, this is so exciting. So I definitely remember how much value I got, both from being a viewer and getting an answer back from the booktuber, and being a booktuber and getting value from those conversations. So I've vowed to myself to trying to be as good at answering as I can. There are times in which I cannot answer to all of them and just get cute and I got really late to the comments, but I'm really trying to, and like I'm trying with myself to answer to all of those questions. Sorry if this was longer than you guys expected as an answer, but thank you for the comment. Thank you. She's easily the only European YouTuber in the bunch. I mean, European as someone who lives in the UA. Many YouTubers are kind of oblivious of having European viewers. Yeah, I think. Patrick and Johan are well aware of having viewers in different parts of the world too, of course, but in the EU only is that I know of. Yay. Yay. There was a lot of comments here that I just skipped. So sorry. Trying to put together a Kickstarter for my fourth book. Yay! Well, you do share it with us. I'm definitely concerned about that. It's difficult to get traditionally published. Yes. Oh, guys, I see that you guys are connecting here, so that it's wonderful. Whoop, here. I love that you just connected with each other. Gotta run. Your channel is fantastic. Thank you. Love the bookshelves and energy. Thank you. Thank you for everything. I mean, thank you. Stop it. Yeah. So getting back, Axel and the Powder Mage. Yes. The books get better. I know. I definitely will keep reading. Definitely. Apologies if this has been asked. I just arrived. Do you arrange your books on the shelf by color and not by series? Yes, that is correct. I've been changing that throughout time. I mean, I started organizing them based on obviously the series, and I love that configuration. Then I changed that based on order because I do have a little bit of OCD with that. And then, things were already not as organized because if I bought one book and then other edition, was different books, but they were already separated. So that made it easier for me to transition to the color side. But it took me a lot, one, to learn where each book were, and second, to do so. Like I know it looks easy, and I bet for a lot of people it's easy to do. But I'm not sure if I'm a little bit colorblind. Like, it's not easy for me. Like, it takes me a lot of time, and I definitely need my partner to come and rearrange stuff every now and then, because like, what are you doing here? So yeah, I will probably change it in the future, but I think I like it now. So yeah. Okay. Oh, thank you. Yay. Okay. So jumping to more questions that I got, and definitely, if you guys want to ask any question, go ahead and do so. Also in the chat as you've been doing, but we have here very funny questions, such as in terms of the book theme, we have book, reading, personal, and booktube. We already covered some of them, so I will be skipping them. But in terms of books, oh well, before I go there, we have a comment here from Ellie. Haha, I remember the video where you reorganize yourself to colors. I love that. It's really way harder than it looks. It is way harder. Like, I know that not for a lot of people. I get it. Like, there's people that just has this power of knowing how everything fits together, but I'm not that person. Like, even with food, I don't know how to organize food in a way that looks good. Like, I always organize food and it looks terrible. So, you cannot rely on me to make things beautiful, aesthetically pleasing. So I really tried. I really tried. Okay, so in terms of books, is there any book that you initially hated but came to enjoy over time? And I need to say yes, The Poppy War. The Poppy War overall is a trilogy I hated with burning passion, hated it for the longest time. And then I remember being so mad with it, and I kept thinking about it that eventually I realized, okay, if I'm this passionate about a book, it's because something was done good, right? Like, something was done amazingly just for me to be here still thinking about this book. And over time, my feelings, of course, that rage that Eric Kwan made me feel, were damped a little bit. I still believe that she is very good at driving very intense and negative emotions, to be honest. But once that I got used to that, I really, really enjoyed the series. And then I read Babel, which it's in a way very similar, not obviously not in theme, but in terms of the emotions that it makes you feel. And I just loved it right out of the bat. I loved it. So I think it was my main experience with really hating a main character. And ugh. So yeah, that happened. With the background, at least it's organized. I play Tetris with my books. I did that for the longest of time. Nothing wrong with that. What draws you into reading a book? Is it a cover, description, friends reading and recommending, or something else? So I really am very easily to influence. Really easy, really, really easy. If someone talks about a book in a way that I like what I'm hearing about that book, I will read it. I will read it 100%. And as I am pretty much a mood reader for 60% of my time, I usually pick it up like right now. So friends reading and recommending, or booktubers, if it's not, so for me, it's not if someone says, I really loved Elantris. Elantris is such a fantastic book. That does not make it for me. But if they say like, this is such a beautiful explanation of different characters with very different perspectives. Like, in one hand, you have this woman, other is a priest, and there's just such an exploration of grief and, things like that I see, or that I feel. If I feel when I am reading or hearing that person recommending me that book, if I get to feel something, then I will read it. And the same happens with the description. Like, I am attracted, of course, to book covers, and I will definitely give, if something is beautiful, I will go and read the description. But if the description is not enough, or if I go to Goodreads afterwards and I see that the reviews are, saying something that I won't like, then even if the book cover it's fantastic, I will be like, oh, this is a shame, but you won't be read for me. So that's how it goes. But I'm very everyone can influence me. I greatly appreciate the information you share. Your videos are very informative and entertaining. Also, it's always uplifting seeing your enthusiasm for books continue its success. Thank you. Thank you so much. Also, thank you for all the comments that you usually add on my videos. It makes the world to me. So, thank you. Yay. Do you speak Portuguese also? No. For a while, so I spent 1 year living in Florence, Italy, and for a while I spoke Italian. But then, that was years ago. So I only speak Spanish and English now. Sorry. I'm the same, but I can find all the things in this beautiful mess. Yes, like say yes to chaos, right? You're talking about the chaos of the bookshelves. Yes, chaos, it's beautiful. um, Feel free to reach out on Discord and pick my brain on self-pub stuff that goes for anyone else. I'm learning as I go, so maybe I can save some headaches. So yes, join our Discord. Please join us. We are trying to do something amazing over Patreon, and we're starting to discuss soon which is going to be the book for December, and maybe Sword of Kagan will make it into the raffle. So come join us. Sorry, I just joined. Which booktubers do you follow? Girl, a lot. I mean, I do have a problem. But that I follow and that I watch their content in a very consistent way. I guess Daniel Green, Murphy, Napier, both of them are really like, they read stuff that I don't necessarily always love, but I think they both are amazing at bringing the pulse of what is happening with fantasy and overall the community. It's also very helpful for me to go and read the comments that they got in those videos. So I really like them. Then Elliot Brooks and Jessie May, both, they have a very similar taste of what I usually read. So I go for them usually for recommendations. And I like some of my favorite books of all time I've read because of them. So they are absolutely gems. But then, Patrick Leo, I adore because he reads a lot of of course, a lot of fantasy, but he has such a solid, I don't know how to say, like mindset, a framework of what works and what doesn't. And I know that if he likes it, I love it, I will love it as well. If he's on the fence, I might still like it. Maybe with exceptions of Grimdark, which is still my pending thing. But he's also very good, with the different trends of fantasy. And then I really love as well Johan from Library of a Viking, not just because he's a friend, a very dear friend, but because I think he's brilliant. I have a question here on who do you think who inspires you, which booktuber inspires you the most? And I mean, of course, Daniel and Murphy especially because like she's a woman, I can relate, and I really admire her. But Johan, I think he is a brilliant booktuber. He has cracked the algorithm, and he really is a very knowledgeable person in terms of how to bring the best in a video and just to make it connect with someone. And he really inspires me. We actually have a very tight relationship in the sense of we usually share video ideas, we share thumbnails, we share analytics, we provide feedback, we usually watch our videos, at least the beginnings. So I love the books and how he makes videos, that we don't have the same taste. I think I have a similar taste to his wife, Susanna, but he is probably the booktuber right now that I admire the most, and that it's the most influential to me, honestly. But I do follow a lot also, like I was saying, Joanna, Honest Fiction, Jimina, like a lot of people, Library of Alexandria, like there's a lot of people. I do have a problem. Have you considered going back and reading some of the 70 pillars of epic fantasy, like Chronicles of Thomas Covenant or Chronicles of Durney? Yeah, I've thought so. And I guess those are in the pile of books that I still need to read, right? Like I am still playing catch up with a lot of things, and I understand that I need to go back and read a lot of the classics. I am now starting, like, I know Wheel of Time is not the same to compare to that, but I'm still like picking up those series, that more classic fantasy series. So I eventually will get there, hopefully. Hopefully. Oh gosh, I am forgetting that I do love and watch Mike's book review, like obviously. So yeah, just that. What I didn't know about you living in Florence. I know. I mean, Laura is Italian. Laura is the girl that I was talking about, or the woman that I was talking about. So yes, yeah. I don't want to embarrass myself, realizing that I like don't talk Italian. Fun fact, I watch Johan's channel consistently, but my taste is more similar to his wife than his, and she doesn't even have a channel. I know Susanna definitely should. She's amazing. I recommend Jim Wilburn. I love his videos. I know he's also amazing. Hiya. Ooh, hiya. Johan, I know now that I have a pending thing that I didn't do. Hi, Johan. Almost finished with Promise of Blood due to your recommendation. It's so good. I know it is so good. We discussed that before, that you were reading it, and as you were reading it, I was like, oh, I need to continue. Larry Viking. Hi, Johan. Hi, Johan. So yes. Okay, just let's keep moving forward with the questions, but please go ahead and make more questions because I'm loving this. But in terms of books or reading, I have here, has your reading changed since starting Booktube? If yes, how? I think it has changed. Like, I think it's unavoidable that it has changed because, I get more on the platform. I get more recommendations now, and I have more sources where I get those books. Before it was just me and, the bookstore. Then it was me and Booktube, and now it's me, Booktube, and the viewers. And with those viewers, usually with you guys, it usually come a lot of recommendations. So it has changed in that way. And I also tend to be a little bit more aware of the books that are released or are to be released in order to be helpful. So I think it has changed, leaning towards going for, books that are going to be released so that I can also help you there. Any tips for anyone wanting to start Booktube? Man, this question back at you because you are the one cracking here the code. But yeah, I would say really start in this so typical, like, but really start knowing why you are getting into Booktube, or why you're opening a channel. Honestly, if the why goes around the lines of connecting with people, of helping people, I think you will do amazingly. Because even if you, well, when you face the difficult days or, videos that do awful, you will still have the idea of the why you're doing it. And you will be, you will be like, some days you win, some days you learn. But if you're doing this, or if you want to open a channel because you want, it seem easy, which I understand it can seem like that, and it's because of the money, it just maybe pick another niche, I guess. But the tips is that make yourself the question of why you want to open that. Why? Like, write it down, got it clear, and try to reach different booktubers quickly, because having a net of people that it's going through the same journey as you are, it's brilliant. And it is one of the best things that I've extracted from Booktube. It has really, really, really helped me. So yeah, have clear the why, reach to other creators, and just be patient and try to have fun. I know this is complex, but because it has a learning curve, but you will get there. Start with releasing a lot of videos, just focusing on getting better, and eventually the quality will come, hopefully. Larry Viking, do you really need tips? Seriously? I know. Like, man, share with us. Share with us those tips. You have beautiful illustrations on your Patreon. Thank you, Kiala. Thank you. I, yeah, I mean, I don't want to pitch my Patreon a little bit. I know it's a little bit of, so I will do it very quickly, but we do have a Patreon which revolves around the idea of we are a secret society that is in charge of helping the book spirits because they're dying, because people, it's not reading anymore. So our mission is to read, and we do have book club, we have weekly reading challenges, and an amazing community. And we have different book spirits, and those are the illustrations that Kiala is mentioning. So, yay! Yeah, pitch is over. But I would love if you would jump to our Patreon. It is, you can have an option and join for free for 7 days, I think, which is very like saley for me. But join for 7 days. If you like it, stay. If not, bye. But hopefully you want it. Do you find it stressful trying to keep up with the latest trending books or recommendations? No. I mean, I I definitely see how it can be stressful, but I know very well right now my limitations in terms of time. So I'm trying to pick like one thing to do, and that's what I'm trying to do. So if I see a lot of different books that are released, I'm not going to be going for a lot of them. Like this year, my goal was to read um the secret projects as soon as I could. So then that's what I did. There are a lot of different books that are trending, and I'm fine actually allowing those waves to pass and for other people to see if those books deserve my time or not. And then for other books that I feel more connected, then yes, I will go all in for those books and try to help you. But I don't think it's stressful for me right now. Would it be fun if I join the stream for 10 minutes? Yes, it will be really fun. I think I share it with you, the link. I know it's on me because I said to you this morning to do so and I forgot it, but I did so a little bit ago. So if you want to join, it will be lovely. Johan. Polly is also saying yes. So both of you could answer the question, is a god? I mean, which one? We got a lot of questions, but the one about tips. So yes, I have a lot of other booktuber questions, but one of them, and I think this was also going to be very fun. If Johan joins, you can make a lot of questions also to him. But is would you quit your regular job to be a full-time booktuber if there were the financial possibilities? And I'm not sure. I'm actually not sure. I think I would love to be in a situation in which I could decide if I were to do that, but I know it is very tough in terms of mental health. You know, so I'm not sure if I will be doing good with the instability of having a job that really, really depends on what you can provide, and that changes over time. And maintaining that, I think it's very, very hard. I would love again to be in that position and decide because I have that much money and I have, the situation, but I don't know. I understand that. I definitely see that it's very hard to maintain a sustainable income based on YouTube, and you need to push videos even if you don't like that. And that is it. That can be very messy, very, very, very messy, very quickly. Ooh, is it possible that we have someone here? Yay, Johan!
Hello.
Hello. I'm so
I
happy
said I
that.
couldn't join, but yeah, I have like 10 minutes. So congratulations on 10K. That
Yay!
is
Thank you.
crazy.
I know. I am so happy and thank you for joining. I remember at the beginning of the year, we were talking about the goals of the year. And I think I planned, my end goal was to reach, I think, 15K subscribers, which I won't, by the way, but it was like, so 15K is ideal situation. Then 10K, I will be thrilled, but honestly, I think I will end up with 7K, and we're now celebrating 10K. That's mind blowing. And you are at 32 something, and that how crazy is that? So
It is crazy.
yeah,
But like, how have you found it doing a YouTube when you don't speak English as your first language? Do you think
yeah.
that has that been hard for you?
I mean, I think it's also a very similar question to you, I guess, because English is not your first language, but
Yeah,
it had like it is. I think I a lot of times think that if I were to do the channel in Spanish, it will be easier because it will take me less time to film. I always think that I will be funnier, or like in a way more smarter, or like
yeah,
more real because I don't need to translate all the time. There are times in which I think I'm better with English, but I'm not living in a country in which I hear English all the time.
yeah.
So I pretty much think that if I improve my English, it's because I practice it. So, but yeah, I'm
That's
very, yeah,
yeah. Your English is good.
thank
So,
you.
but I
That's,
think both of our English has definitely improved by having a YouTube channel where you
yes,
have to like be articulate about books and stuff.
yes. But
So
I mean, there's definitely like words and phrases that you learn, like,
yeah,
and that you repeat every now and then, right? Like the context of expressing your opinion about books in English, you learn.
yeah,
But
yeah.
definitely, like your English is way better. What do you think about
I
that
mean,
question?
I live in England, so so I would hope my English is slightly better.
That's fair. But still, do you think that it would be easier for you if it was in Faroese?
Uh, it would probably be easier to express myself, but it would definitely not be easier to get subscribers.
Yeah. Yeah, that's fair.
Considering like 50,000 people live in the Faroe Islands, and my channel at the moment is 30,000, so that would mean like I would have basically almost the whole country subscribed to me. So
That,
yeah.
that sounds amazing, though. Like, I don't know about you, but I
Yes,
have my
I did
country.
get a haircut,
Yeah.
and I literally just came out of the shower. My wife and I went for a run,
Yay.
and then I was like, "Oh, Isa's streaming. I should come and
Hi,
be here for like
Simon.
10 minutes."
Yes. Hi. Thank you for coming by.
Is there like a video that you are the most proud of?
Yes. Probably the reading slump, the first reading, well, both reading slump videos, compilations that I've
Yeah,
made this year have been
they're so
phenomenal.
good.
I think not only because obviously they reached a lot of people, so it's like, yay,
Yeah,
more people are watching the content, but
yeah,
because the leap from, oh, I adore this booktuber to, oh, this
mhm,
booktuber knows about me, that
yeah,
happened. And
yeah,
I was like, it is amazing that Daniel Green, Murphy, and everything, they know that I exist. Like,
yeah. It's
and
so
then
worth it.
it is incredible. And so I was really proud of having that put together. Although, it's at the end of the day, something for other people to decide if it was good or not. But I
Yeah,
was super proud of that effort. And I didn't even want that video to be released. I did not want people, just figuring out that it wasn't as good. It was like, even if this is like, oh, I'm just so happy that it happened. So
yeah.
that's my video. What about you? Do you have any video like that? Like, what's
Oh,
the video that makes you proudest?
the video we made together.
No, which one? No, that should have been my answer.
I'm just joking.
Rewind. Yeah, it's any video that I do with you.
No, no. I to be honest, the one with Daniel Green and Murphy Napier is definitely cooler than having me in that video. um, I think probably, yeah. I think also my Booktube collab. Um,
Yeah,
Also because I believe I don't want to take credit for anything, which I don't should have. I think I was the first one
you would.
that did a YouTube collab
You were.
of those kinds, and now they're quite common on YouTube. So
Yeah,
I do find, I suppose maybe I'm a bit proud of that.
yeah, you were. I was about to
But
say
yeah,
that, but I was like, I think I am saying so many good things about Johan. Let's not do that.
no,
But
no, definitely
but
not. But
yeah,
this
I
are
think
you for sure.
no, but you were, at least in Booktube, you were the first one that managed to, with your videos that are right now a classic of what's the best book that you've read so far. I
Mm.
think you were the first one. Obviously, a lot of us have followed your trend.
Yeah, it's great. Yeah, I just love seeing Booktube coming together and such
Yeah,
a good community, really. And people are so friendly and accepting. So even though it can be very, very, very hard to do you booktube, especially if you're ambitious and want your channel to grow,
Yeah.
but like people are so lovely. I think just readers in general, like if you find another person that loves reading and if they love fantasy or sci-fi, it's just like, yeah, it's so good, isn't it?
Obviously, yeah. Agreed. There's a comment here. It will be funny if Johan tried to answer a few questions. Time to test out friendship and know how well you know each other.
I know the names of your pets, EO and Chunk.
It's not Chunk. You do.
Oh, you never had your cat in your videos, do you? It's always EO.
I do. Ben, Ben. She does not want to move. That's the problem. That's the core problem of it all.
Is she in the room?
Yeah, she is. She was in the beginning. Come, Ben. Meow.
Oh, there she is. Oh, she's
It's not
very
Chunk.
cute.
I
She is
can't.
definitely no.
Chunky. She's definitely chunky. Yes, and Io is at the door. She wants to come in, but no, let's not do that. Okay, but yeah, I also know the name of your wife.
Yeah.
We're close.
Yes.
No,
Yeah.
we are.
Yeah, there's a good trip this summer for sure.
Yes.
So out of the 4 secret projects, because you read all 4 of them now, right?
Yes, I have.
Would can you rank them from best to worst?
Yes. Yumi, Tress, Sunlit, and then Wizard.
And Wizard.
Mm.
Okay, so you weren't a massive fan, or what rating did you give Sunlit? Did you give it 4 stars?
Overall, you mean? Or which one?
Yeah.
Last?
Yeah. Sunlit, the Sunlit Man.
Yeah, the Sunlit. I'm not sure if I gave it 3.5 or 4, but it was around
Okay.
those lines. I mean, I saw a lot of potential. I love to read about a character that we've seen before in Stormlight, but the villain was very simple, very, very simple. It was like very, I am bad because I need to be bad and I'm making bad decisions. And that did not seem at all Sanderson to me. And just how things were resolved, I don't know, I was not able to connect much with the overall story. There was a lot of Cosmere references, and I thought it was a lot. And I think I read pretty much everything. And it still, for me, it was like, whoa, you like all in. So I don't know. In terms of,
do you have to have read all of Stormlight to fully enjoy it?
I mean,
really?
No. To enjoy it, no. But
to fully understand it, I suppose, or like, appreciate everything.
Yes, there are references to like Kaladin. There's like, it's just very like Kal, things like that. But you know the context and you enjoy it more because you know the character and you know things that happen and all that.
Yeah.
So I definitely think that you need to read it. And if you've gotten until Rhythm of War, which is the last book that we have so far, all the better.
Yeah. I mean, the problem is I've only read up 2 words. I read Words of Radiance, but I haven't read
Oathbringer,
Written War yet.
It's the best book for me.
So I'm hoping to read Oathbringer this year.
Yay!
But
no,
the problem is now, like, I have so many books I want to read before the end of the year, and then for the Viking Book Club, they voted for us to read The Dragonbone Chair, which is almost like a 1,000-page book. And there's not much time left of the year.
Nope.
So if I read Dragonbone Chair and Oathbringer, then that will almost like take me to the end of the year.
It will be done. I mean, Oathbringer is such an amazing book.
I am sure I will absolutely love it.
It's, for me, it's the best.
Really? Okay. I mean, I can't wait to read it. I think Words of Radiance was incredible. That was probably my favorite Sanderson book to date. So it has to be quite good to be better than Words of Radiance.
I know. I mean, for me, it was, but a lot of people prefers Words of Radiance.
Yeah.
But not me. But yeah.
Have you read any Abercrombie?
Just the first book in the first law.
Okay. And you didn't enjoy it?
It was a little bit blah. So I do think that, so it had a purpose and it was low and, it was fine. I do need to read more. Overall, Grimdark. I don't think that I've read as many to be able to really properly enjoy it. And I will give Abercrombie another try. Actually, right now, there is currently in the poll the Halfa King which is from him, right? Yes, it is from him.
Yeah.
So if it gets voted, I will read it.
Okay. But a lot of people say that is not as good as First Law. I mean, that is quite universal. That is like, I don't think people say it's bad,
yeah,
but compared to the
no,
First Law,
definitely
people say
no,
it's bad.
because I checked the rating and all that, and it has 3.97, which is not bad, not bad.
No, it's not bad.
I
No.
understand.
So yeah,
I
because Promise of Blood is giving me Age of Madness vibes, which is the second trilogy in the
yeah,
First Law universe,
yeah,
like steampunk, rebellion, and a lot of like, I feel, yeah, I mean, Age of Madness is definitely going to be the superior trilogy because that's one of the best trilogies I've ever read. But yeah, I definitely like, I feel like there's some similarities between those two books or
yeah.
those two series.
I need to. I've heard wonders about that trilogy though, so I might give that
Yeah,
a try.
yeah,
But
like Age of Madness is
I
it's
know.
up there. It is up there of one of the best trilogies I've ever read. But
I've
like, I think the First Law trilogy is very, very good still. But I wasn't. It's still one of my favorite series, but I kind of can relate to people that don't understand, like, love it as much as other people do. But for me, like, yeah, the other books after the First Law trilogy they're better for sure.
Yeah, I need to give it another try. Definitely. I think now that I've read a little bit more darker stories, maybe I can enjoy it a little bit better. I think it's also like kind of like it's like when you're starting to drink beer, like you need to get that taste done in order to enjoy it. The two of
I
you.
have a question. You probably might have to think about this for a while, but which booktuber do you think your taste aligns the most with?
Elliot Brooks.
Elliot Brooks. Okay, that was
Elliot.
quick.
Yeah, I already like I got a question that was kind of similar, and I already thought
Okay.
that. I think Elliot Brooks and Jessie May both. I am very close into like if they love a book, it's very like it has happened. It has happened, but it is very weird for me. No, die. Okay, so we have here. Sorry, we have die, and I still have a balloon there of the 10K celebration, and she just exploded it.
Oh no.
Well, it was going to happen. So, but yes, both of them, I have really similar taste. What about you?
You
Is
want to take a guess?
Is Patrick?
I think you might be able to guess it.
Is it
Sorry?
Patrick?
Yeah, definitely.
Whoop, whoop.
I think me and Patrick, we agree on almost everything.
Yeah.
He's maybe like the better looking man out of the two of us, but otherwise we're pretty much identical.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, you're actually pretty similar in terms of your career, like doing reviews, then opening a channel in terms of subscribers. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's just also taste, I think. But there's some books he does tend to enjoy some light-hearted books that I don't.
Yeah, I know.
Like the Black Tongue Thief, for example. He loved that book, and I hated that book. So like, it's not that we agree on everything, but and also I'm a bigger fan of The Wheel of Time than he is. But I think overall our taste aligns the most.
Yeah.
Out of booktubers I've found, but I'm sure there's others out there.
Yeah, for sure. But I think I can see that. I'm so happy that I was able to call it. Polly here is saying for her, it's you and Susanna. No, it's me and Susanna. So sorry for you. Like in terms of the similar taste, I'm nearly searching. I'm nearly searching for cozy book communities, and it definitely has a great energy. Oh yay! Thank you. I hope to find more of this one. Thank you.
You have a very cozy energy.
Thank
And
you.
energetic.
You say that because I basically gave you mojitos. That's why you're saying that.
Oh yeah, those were very good. So have you read any bad books this year?
I have. I've read. I mean, I feel this question is a little bit mean, so I'm gonna try to say that I was not in the mood for those books at that moment. But
Are you gonna say Nettle and Bone?
No, definitely not.
That's probably on my list for one of the worst books I read this year.
But I mean, how can I take you out of this stream? Like, bye. No. Yes, it's such a good book. For me,
Maybe I wasn't in the mood for it. Maybe I should say that.
exactly. Reading is subjective. For me, it was Juniper and Thorn. For starters, like I really liked how it started, but I was not able to really like it. And then The Book That Wouldn't Burn, actually, which funny enough, it's also in the poll for like deciding the book of the month and my Patreon. So if it's voted, I will reread it and hopefully I like it more. But I was not able to enjoy it.
No,
It
that is
was
also one of those books. Yeah, I really struggled with that book. I was able to finish it, but yeah, I just never got attached to any of the
no,
characters.
no.
And then
And
it
the
just
plot
became
twist,
way too
yes,
meta and
yes,
stuff, like
yes,
time traveling, and
yes. And even
yeah,
like the plot
it's very
twist.
ambitious for sure.
Okay. Yeah, yeah. I love the idea
Yeah,
though, and like it had
yeah,
potential,
yeah.
but no.
I think that's the annoying part when you hear someone has such a good idea,
Yeah,
and then you don't love it as much as you would hope.
yeah.
Like an epic fantasy where a big chunk takes part in an endless library. I mean, how amazing does that
Exactly.
sound?
Like
And
dreams, goals.
yeah, literally. But yeah, I think most people have like Bookborn is one of her favorite books of the year, actually.
I know, I know. I
So
actually read it because of her, and she
mm,
pitched it in a way that I was like, yeah, I really want this, and then I was like,
yeah,
I guess not.
I guess not.
I felt bad. That was,
Yeah,
but well.
that is funny.
Mhm.
Yeah.
What about your books? Like,
Oh,
of course, Nettle and Bone, but are you also
yeah.
planning?
Nettle and Bone. Kings of the Wild was one of the books. Like it wasn't badly written.
No,
I just don't enjoy
I know,
humorous
I know,
fantasy books, and that is definitely one of those swashbuckling,
I know.
fun ride, a lot of jokes. It just
I,
I didn't expect to enjoy it when I went into it, and I didn't enjoy it. So I mean, I think he did what he tried to do. Like
yeah.
he achieved whatever he wanted to do really well.
Mm.
But the worst book I read this year for sure is a book I read finished 2 weeks ago. I'm gonna post a review hopefully tomorrow. But that is The Fall of Babel. The
I'm,
last book in the books of Babel by Josiah Bancroft.
yeah. Mm-mm.
Oh, it is. I gave it 1 star. It is
One
literally,
star.
yeah. And it's been like 2 weeks now since I finished that book because I really wanted to wait and have a think about maybe my mind would change about the last book. Because
But
the
it has,
first 2 books are actually good. I really enjoyed the first 2 books.
okay.
Third book I had mixed feelings on. But the fourth book is I can't even explain how baffling I found the
Yeah,
decisions he made in that one.
I know. I
It
know.
is,
I've had it's a very polarizing series. Like either you really die hard love it, or you're like, no. So
it's so frustrating because it's similar to the book that wouldn't burn. You read it and you kind of feel like this could have been one of the greatest series ever, but
mm,
he just constantly makes decisions that are just like,
no.
why are you doing this? Like this is so, and just everything. So, but
Yeah, I
very
understand.
innovative and incredibly innovative, like one of the most unique series I've ever read. So that's why I picked it up. But
Yeah, yeah.
just the last book, I just can't get over the last book. It's
No.
yeah.
I had it on my
So
queue, but I always find excuses, and now it's like I'm not gonna
yeah,
read it. Like it's
the
considered
first 2 books, to be honest, the first 2 books were quite good. Like I really enjoyed the first 2 books. But
no.
yeah,
Just knowing that you're there, Mm, mm, mm,
it
mm, mm,
is.
and that you don't like it.
No, I
But
don't.
here, the Goblin King.
Yeah, I mean
Pepper,
that's
I think.
probably about the previous question. Daniel Green, my taste aligns a lot with Daniel Green as well.
Hmm,
But he loved Discworld. He says it's his favorite series ever. I
what?
couldn't get into Discworld. So
Yeah, I know. I'm trying. Di, Ben, Ben, do you hear? Are you able to hear her?
not that well. Don't
Not
worry.
well, because Ty has opinions, so maybe you do.
Oh, another book.
Which one?
Fourth Wing.
Fourth Wing. Fourth Wing. Fourth Wing. What? I am rereading Fourth Wing now because I
Fourth Wing was
want
one
to
of
do
my least favorite reads of the year.
the recap. I don't
For
think
sure.
it's a bad book. I don't think it's a bad book.
It's not badly written. It's just if I think about enjoyment, then I have to give it 2 out of 5 stars. If I think about execution of a good idea, it's probably like a 4 out of 5. Like, I think she did what she wanted to do really well. It's just I didn't enjoy it.
I know. I'm like, I think the idea was done. I think we've discussed this, but it was done before and better, in my opinion, with the Aurelian cycle. And I am now like, it's just the similarities with Twilight, with Aragorn, with I don't know, Hunger Games, with no. Have you seen that? She's trying to die then. But
Cats are such rebels, aren't they?
Yes. But actually, upon troublemakers they are. I'm realizing that Fourth Wing at the beginning, they do have like this text, and that text actually is the summary of what will happen in the whole chapter. And that is so annoying now that I know that. But anyway, hi Andrew. Congratulations again. Thank you. Have to catch the start of this one. Yay! Also for all of you, Andrew is also a booktuber. He's also crushing it. He's actually also cracking the code. So go follow him. He's a fantastic booktuber.
All right, Isa. I need to head because I need to make dinner. And I know, well, in Spain, you don't need to eat dinner until like midnight or something. But in the UK, we eat it a bit earlier.
Yeah, I know.
So I need to go and make food. And we're having steak. So that's going to be lovely.
That's delicious. Thank you so much.
Congratulations on 10,000 subscribers. It's a huge milestone.
Thank you.
I'll be here also when you hit 100,000 subscribers. We'll have a proper party.
Hopefully. Thank you so much. And thank you for joining. Go say Susanna hi for me. And Cole.
Thank you for allowing me to join.
Bye. Bye. Oh, lovely. Now is the moment in which we can truly talk about Johan. No, joking. I really like him. So, yeah, I do have a little bit more questions here, but I'm not sure you guys, how are you doing in terms of this has already been running for almost 2 hours. But let's go for the more personal or the burning questions, and then we can wrap it up. But here, translate, this is exactly, no toco Fourth Wing ni con un palo. It is like, I won't read Fourth Wing, never in my life. Bloody Rose didn't have the same sparkle as the first one, but I still got a little emotional at the end. I have not read this one. I read Kings of the Wild, and I enjoyed it a bit more than Johan did. I do enjoy my books with humor, but again, I enjoyed more Spiderlight by Adrian Tchaikovsky, which is very similar vibe. Like, it's a quest, good versus evil, different misfits with different archetypes going to find something, very funny, but it was done in a way that for me was phenomenal. So give that a try. Oh, thank you. Haha. Yay, for sure. Really, Andrew, he's cracking it. It was hard for me to get through BR, but anytime I come as a friend to read it, they love that. Bloody Rose, okay. Bloody Rose, and then Kings of the Wild. Okay. Good night, Johan. Bye. I'm on a farm. It's raining. I've had tea. 8-hour stream. Let's go. Oh, I love that setting, though. That's very, like, the ambience. Here it's also raining. So there's something. Okay, so burning questions. Okay, I have one around if I've considered to quit Booktube and, just to, if I felt the burnout and all of that. And I feel, yes, I've thought about quitting Booktube, yes. Not recently, but I've thought so. So, as I was saying before, I think it is really easy at times to lose the perspective of why you're doing Booktube, right? Why I'm doing it. It's because I'm able to connect with you guys. I'm hopefully able to create a community of people that is respectful, that it's funny, that it's cozy, that it's loving, and that I reach people and help them find their books. And that's why I want to do that. But then you see that you pour a lot of effort, a lot of energy, and then sometimes your videos don't do good. And or as this month, as I was sharing before, like the analytics is that I'm actually doing worse this month than the month before. And I'm like, but why? I added more effort. And, it slowly but surely, it starts to get more frequently in your mind those kind of thoughts like, okay, what I need to improve. And I do believe that I have a growth mindset. I don't have a fixed mindset of, okay, it's because I'm not good enough and let's quit. I always think, okay, then I need to do things better. But I guess that over time you get those feelings and those thoughts that I don't know really what I need to do better. And at times you start to feel, or at least I started to feel, that I was giving YouTube and Booktube overall, like not the community but the aspect of the creator, a lot of attention, like too much attention. And it has started to consume, or just to like every thought. I can still think, or I can still confidently say that today I have like every spare thought or spare time that I have, it's like mostly or usually invested on Booktube. Come here, Dai. So that takes a toll at times. And yeah, so when things are not good and are not good for a while, you're like, is it really though what I need to be doing with my time? Shouldn't I be reading and just that? So yeah, that's that. It really has helped me to connect with other booktubers, to like I do with Johan, like, or with Jess from Honest Fiction. And sometimes I also connect with Andrew, that we just saw here. um so that has really helped me to contextualize what has happened. And really going back to your comments, that's what breaks the deal for me, like what really makes me want to stay. And so yeah, I don't know why. I don't know. Maybe I was too emotional, but yeah. So I've thought about quitting. Yes, I felt the burnout. Yes, I will. Will I quit Booktube now? No. Do I discard that happening in the future? Also no. But I hope to stay. I know now. Come here, Dai. I know now that it's more important to remain and to just keep walking than to just doing anything else. So I will try to just keep swimming, just keep swimming, swimming, swimming. Okay, it's hard to believe that 2 hours has passed, but I'm sure I'll survive 8 hours. That's very nice. Thank you, Jonathan. It's raining over here too, finally. Yes, the ambiance. Get more caffeine. I believe in you. I think we can definitely see the improvements and effort, and I think you're genuinely a great booktuber and person. Thank you, Suka. Yeah, Suska. You will need to explain this to me in person. I'm always very excited for your videos. Thank you very much. That is very so nice. Yay. With Bookstagram, my experience is the same or even harder. I'm thinking of switching languages constantly because Spain doesn't seem to like me. I know, like I've also thought about opening a channel in Spanish, but then like my reasoning to opening a channel to open. Dai, Ben, come here. Come here. Let's give my cat some love. Come. Yeah. No, she wants to leave, so she will leave. Okay. She did not want my extra love, but anyway. So my reasoning to open it in English was because I started to read books as soon as they were translated, or that queue of books that I still needed to read in English. And a lot of books that I read are still not translated into Spanish. So I thought, if I read a book that is not translated, then what I'm doing with the recommendations. So that's why I already started with English, but it's definitely a challenge. In terms of booktubers with similar tastes, for me, it's you, yay, and Elliot Brooks second, yay. I mean, in any world in which I'm in the same line with Elliot Brooks, I'm like, achievement. Yeah, hearing you mention her makes me feel really vindicated. Yes. What have you done to me? Hi, Suka, how are you? Yay. Hi, Lina. Hi, Isa. Congratulations again. Can think of a question after a horrible Monday at work. I know today has been the Monday of Mondays. I also had it. So thank you for being here. But love that you are doing a live stream. Yay! Such a fun way to end the day. Oh my gosh. Thank you. This is so sweet. Thank you for coming, even if you were very, very tired or have a horrible day. I hope you can fix that. I mean, I will always recommend to just have a moment for yourself. Tea, coffee, beer or wine, but hopefully you have a better ending. Hi, excited I could catch some of the live stream. How about you? I mean, I love that there's a community within a community. I am loving it. I love what Mike said about peaks enthusiasm. Yeah, you've been killing it recently. Thank you, especially with your edits. Thank you. That is very nice. I did share though, like just for context, my analytics a little bit before, and we all saw that in terms of how am I performing, I'm performing worse than last month, but that is okay. So yes, I'm definitely enjoying it more, and also Patreon has really helped me to contextualize that more, and I am, I think, in a good place right now. So thank you. And with the edits, I'm investing a lot of effort. Thank you. Yay. Well, keep up the great work, Isa. Yay! Your dubs definitely don't come across in your videos. Thank you. But a lot of the success views come from timing and not skill. Yes. You just have a lot of video competition. I know. I'm fair. I mean, I'm all right. I really believe there are a lot of amazing booktubers out there. And I think there's niche for a lot of us. I don't believe like all people should do wars or anything like that. There's a lot of people, a lot of different tastes. So it is a matter of time and hopefully finding my spot. But yeah, I know. I also love your positivity. Some YouTubers like Elliot, I think, are too negative with regards to what was bad about the book. I personally prefer positive and just slightly what you didn't like. Yeah, I think it really depends on how are you as a reviewer. I know that Matt from the channel Matt Fantasy Book Reviews, I think that's the name. I always mix that with Mike's channel, but he is a very, very sharp with his reviews, and he is very straightforward, and if he does not like that, he will do a lot of things and rant properly, and I think that also has a place. And but it's just that I don't believe that it's me, so it will be very hard for me to be that type of booktuber. I would say that I did not like this and that, but I also can see most of the times what are the things that other people can love about that book, so I try to think on that and create a balanced review, although I know that some people prefer like, no, tell me all the horrible things that you did not like. So do you know what percentage of your viewers are from Canada? No, but can I check? Yes, I think I can check. I think I can check. So let's go and check again. To my analytics. So this is, do you see it here? This is roughly the share. This over the last 30 days, well, 28 days. But as you see, Canada, it's almost 5%. So not bad. Yay. Majority, it's United States, then India, then UK, Canada, Germany, Australia, Spain, Netherlands, Brazil, and then, minimum. So yeah, I hope that answered the question. Keep them going. I just discovered your channel, and you are one of the books I listen to when it comes to book recommendations. Yes, like dream fulfilled. Thank you for taking me into consideration. I'm good. I just received a monster of a book by J. Christoph today. Guess whose fault it is? I think you will really love Empire of the Vampire, though, so hopefully you do. Agree on the positivity. That's what I'm here for. Yay! Thank you. Congrats. Love your channel and your enthusiasm. Virtual hug. I feel it. I do. Thank you. I hope you're enjoying it, Polly. I'm reading The Blood of a Bright Haven, and so far enjoying it so far. Not Sword of Kagan, but still very enjoyable. I know. Thank you. You're welcome. Hi from Canada. Hi. Hi from Madrid, Spain. Okay. More burning questions. I think we already answered to how much do you earn from Booktube. So that was done. But if you want to check it out again, like I can quickly answer that, or you can go back and see. More questions, reading habits. I did have the question of, how do you decide to read? How much do you usually spend on books? That kind of stuff. So I'm very tacky, actually. Like, the price of a book, it's a major decision point in order to decide if I will read the ebook or I will buy the book. That's a major point. If the ebook, it's way, 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 way cheaper than the physical copy, I will buy the ebook, and that's why I will prioritize. If then I read it and I absolutely love it, I will then buy the book, because it's like, I love it, I need it, it needs to be here. There, it needs to be here. But in terms of reading habits and the money that I'm spending, I'm trying to keep it controlled, although not really. So I don't know, I would say that I spend, I don't know, 50, 60, I don't even want to know, money, euros per month on books. I don't even want to know. It might be higher. I need to do a P&L and, profit and losses account, a list, and see. I'm pretty sure I'm actually losing money because I'm not making as much for the books and the audiobooks and the ebooks that I'm buying for myself. So yay. But we can definitely have worse habits and worse things that we absolutely love. So there's that. Hi Isa, how are you? Congrats on your 10K. Yay, thank you. I'm reading Belladonna because it's Halloween. I'm a scared cat, but I love gothic novels. Belladonna is actually very good. So I'm hoping that you like that. Hi from Santander, Spain. Oh my goodness. Hi from Aarhus, Denmark. Hi from Kerava, Finland. Yay. Oh, I love that. Have you ever read books which have bullet point summaries at the beginning of each chapter? Well, no, but actually, I'm just rereading Fourth Wing because I want to do a recap, not because I loved it as much. And I am figuring, like, there's the beginning of the chapter, there's always like this typical note of, all the times and all that. And the passage that is highlighted, it's always, always the same content as what will happen in the chapter. So, in a way, it's exactly that. It's exactly the summary of what I'm going to be reading. And I'm finding that very, very annoying. Very annoying. So, no. But yes. For the next one, do you use Libby or Libby? I'm not sure how it's said. No, I'm not sure actually if I could, or how can I do that? I've always assumed that because I do not live near to any library that has books, as many books in English, it won't work for me, because I don't have that local English library close. But I'm not sure. I will need to check that out. Have you been asked about tropes? Is there a particular trope or theme that automatically increases story value for you? I've not answered that before, but for me, I love family found vibes. I love that trope. I also love quests. I love that. I think it's very hard to do, though, a quest that I love, but I love quest, if that makes sense. And in terms of romance, love that, I really like slow burns, and yeah, those are kind of like my tropes, like slow burn for romance, and then quest and family fun vibes. I really love also like chosen one, but done like but going wrong when there's a misfeed. I really love that. I hate when there's an overpowered character. Well, it's not that I hate that. Like Sarah J. Maas, obviously, for me, it's kind of like the queen of doing that, and she does that in a way that, yeah, fine, it's done in a way that it's cool. But it's not for me. Like, I cannot relate. I feel that I am very imperfect. I am a human being, so I like when stories are following characters that are misfits, or when they are, not perfect. I just love those type of characters. Oh, ooh, sorry, I just jumped. Hello, hello, happy Monday to all. Hi, hello from Montevideo, Uruguay. Cool. Hello. Hello from Karori, New Zealand. Cool. Sorry. Cool. Same, my pet peeve. Yes. Hello from, oh my goodness, Tübingen. Hello from Tübingen, Germany. Yay. Family found family. Yay. In Finland, we can use Libby and have a wide selection of English books by using the Finnish library card. I might need to give that a try. I will research that and let you know, because I'm not sure. I'm honestly not sure how I can use that living in Spain, or how I can do that. Might be annoying at this point, but I do recommend The Long Way to a Small Angry Planet. I know. It is not annoying at all. I actually really need to buy that and read that. It is a beautiful newfound family, and like Slump for the Wild Build, that it makes you think and feel good. I know, like Slump is one of the best books that I read this year. I know this book will be one of the best reads as well for me. So, we in Europe don't have Barnes & Noble, Walmart, and all of that. We have Blackwell's, Iberlibro, Avid Books, Amazon. Yeah. Wow, I absolutely love there is so many nationalities. I also love that. What an amazing, diverse group. Yay! Have you read The Amber Blade? I have not, but I have that in my TBR. I think you'll love that. Thank you for recommending it. I have here a post-it. Well, where? I promise I had a post-it with recommendations that I got. I don't know now what I've done with it, but I have it here, and I will write that down as well. Amber Blade. So that I remember, because I know that I have that in my TBR. I'm always a sucker for fellowship friendships over all of these. I know, I think it's such a hidden gem to find a book that focuses more on building relationships. And I do love that. Absolutely love that. It's a controversial opinion, and I think I covered that with Johan at some point. But if a friendship, it's done well, it can really overshadow a romance, in my opinion. Like, yes. I just like seeing a group of strangers come together, get along, and go on adventures doing cool stuff. Absolutely. Love that. How do you deal with glossary terms, dramatis personae at the end of the book? Do you flip back and forth while reading? Yes, but I try not to, in the way in which I try to memorize. I think I usually have a very good memory, so I try to keep that limited. Like, if I'm not following, yes, I go back and forth, but I really try to go all the way through to memorize as much as I can, and then try to enjoy that. But so I try to minimize this, not because I need to, but because it's like I feel like I like to challenge me in that way. I agree, and if we want some nicer versions, the shipping and task costs more than the book. How horrible. Yes, it's horrible. I do want a Barnes & Noble here, just for the editions. The book is labeled Hop Punk for a reason. Yes, Hop Punk or Solar Punk. I love that. We are talking here about A Psalm for the Wild Build, and also The Long Way into whatever. The Long Way to a Small Angry Planet. It already sounds like a title that I will love. I've seen some channels with book wish list. Have you thought about adding something like that? I might offset some of your cost. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I mean, I'm very bad at keeping the wish list, and I kind of feel bad when people give me things like, no, keep your money for you. But yeah, I will do so. I have one, I think, linked. I'm not sure if I have it linked, but definitely not updated. But I will keep that updated. Because my birthday, it's in December, just for all of you to know. So, if you know and you want to remember something, no, this is a joke. But thank you for offering. The Amber Blade, it's amazing. The second book, not so much. Patrick liked it, but I struggled to finish it. Yeah. Okay, you guys convinced me. I will read it. Book 1 is definitely better. Love book 2, but it has problems. Love that you're in agreement. Oops. I think, if I recall correctly, that We Hunt the Flame has a quest group that I really liked reading about. I know I read We Hunt the Flame 2 years ago, I think, and I felt it was very young adult for me at the time that I was reading it. I mean, yeah, The Chosen One. I know, at least I heard from Carrie from the channel Carrie Can Read, that it's book 2, the book that really it's phenomenal. So I might need to give that one another try, but it was a meh bleh book for me. But it has all those tropes, so it should have worked. It should have worked. Okay, guys. Any other question? I think we are covering all of these. Best video with challenges, quitting. We already did that. Well, this is more personal, so but yeah, what are you doing for a living? I am a product manager at a prop tech startup. So I basically work with software engineers all the time, and I have a lot of a good time. It's very demanding work, though. I am head of the department, so yeah, that's good for me. But it is very demanding. I've been there for 6 years, 7 years, and it's a blast. It is honestly a blast. Congrats on 10K. Is there any other genre or author outside of fantasy that you enjoy? Grits from Sweden. So I really like also sci-fi, but not as much. I really enjoy sci-fi, but I don't read as much. And then Andy Wire, I never know. He is my favorite. I absolutely adore Project Hail Mary, The Martian, those books only. Artemisa was not as good, but it is, yeah, phenomenal author, phenomenal reads. Also very leaning into that optimism, using optimism as a coping mechanism that I really liked. And but yeah, sci-fi. I actually have it. Well, there you don't see that, but there that shelf. It's all sci-fi, but I don't usually read as much. My partner does, so he he always tries to make me read more sci-fi. Yeah, I agree overall. It was my favorite of me either. We're talking about We Hunt the Flame. Yes. Have you read any Terry Pratchett? I've read, yes, The Color of Magic. I've read Mort, and I need to, well, Good Omens, and I need to read Guards because it was recommended by Daniel um, in the Reading Slump video that I made, and I've been wanting to pick Guards since then. So I definitely need to read that. This world, what are my words? I need, water or wine. That escalated quickly from water to wine. But this world, it's such a cozy world. Nice palate cleanser. Yes, I know. I definitely need to read Quartz. What do you think of e-readers? I love them. I do have my Kindle somewhere, and I think they are very comfortable. I acknowledge there are some things that you lose from not reading from a physical book, right? Mainly the context of how much the weight, how much the book weighs, which is the page, how long do you have still remaining of the book. I've read some papers that state that reading in ebook or e-readers, it's makes those books to remain less in your brain, or make those books to be remained more difficultly because you have less cues to memorize that book. And I can see that. But beyond the feeling of filling a book, I honestly really enjoy e-readers. I think it's very convenient. I absolutely love that if I want a book, I can have it now. I love that. I am a mood reader 60% of my time. So I think they're phenomenal. Not for everyone, but really work for me. Also, like, I tend to read while I'm on bed, like right before getting to sleep, and I have the nasty habit of getting sleep, and it's just like the book always falls on my face. So it comes in handy when you don't have a massive book falling. So benefits. Would you come to Celsius next week if the panel called your attention? Yes, definitely. I will go. Definitely. Maybe a moment for us to meet also, which will be very fun. Reason I ask is everyone loves Legends Atlantis. I find Ray Pratchett also deals with low stakes, postal service, banking. Yes, I know. I think that's very similar to this comment here, right? Like from Suka. Like, this world is such a cozy world. So yes. Words, it's my favorite. Yeah. Oh, good. I enjoyed Legends of Lattice, but to be quite honest, I think it's a bit overrated. I agree. I enjoyed it a bit. I enjoyed it, but I expected a bit more, maybe due to the hype. I agree. I read it when it wasn't as hyped, and I really loved it. But I think that the hype, I think it's phenomenal because it is pushing cozy fantasies, and I really like cozy fantasies. So cool. But at the same time, yeah, a little bit overhyped. If you're looking for this world book that makes your brain feel like it's been slowly fried, Reaper Man did exactly that for me. I'm scared of Trey Pratchett right now. I mean, I know the man is genius, right? But mine is Mort. I really liked Mort. I really liked it. Are the Mistborn Era 2 books worth reading, or should I skip them and go straight into Stormlight? I mean, I think it really depends. It really depends on what you like. For me, Mistborn Era 2 are fun books. Are, almost standalones. They're not standalones, obviously, but each book has kind of like, it has a beginning and an end. It feels fulfilling. They are very adventurous. They have this flintlock environment, and it, to me, were, easy to read. It feels as a slightly watered down version of Mistborn Era 1 in terms of magic. So if you're there because you want very, deep character work, you want amazing magic and all that, then go straight to Stormlight. If you're there because you love everything from Sanderson as I do, and because you want something funny, then go to Mistborn Era 2. But it's a lower version. Like, it's not at all at the same level as Mistborn 1, and it's not at all at the same level as Stormlight. So Stormlight, perfection. Mine is the Small Gods. Haven't read Gods yet. I've heard wonders about Small Gods, by the way. Now that I'm doing the research about standalones and all that, I came across a Small Gods quite often. First, she should have read Maud, which is so good. Yeah, I've read Maud. You cannot go wrong with this world. I love the We Free Men study book. I know. Meet up in Aviles. Yes, okay, let's do that. Oh no, it's important to read Maud first because I absolutely did not. Whoops. Maybe that's the reason why your brain was fried. That's not important, but it's advisable. Okay, so maybe not. Do you think someone could start a bookish channel without a massive library? A friend rediscovered their love of reading, and we've been trying to convince them of making a channel for the fun. But where's comment number 2? Here. But they get all the books from the library and said she don't think it will work. It will work. I think it will work. I think it will definitely work. I do believe that this person needs to invest a little bit in the editing and add the image of the book in the video so that everyone knows at all times what's the book they're talking about. But I don't think that you need that. Honestly, I don't. I think that you just need a background where you're comfortable. If it looks good, all the better. But it does not even need to be books. You can have just a very cozy space or something that reflects who you are, which can be whatever space. And I think it's fine. I mean, I've never received any comments when I don't have the book and I just add the image of saying like, you don't have that book, that's not legit. Never. And I don't feel that. I don't feel that I need the physical books in order to have them displayed. I just love them, and I am, I need to have them because I have a problem. But I really believe that the channel can be opened. Andrew, what do you think? Also, as a booktuber, do you think that we need books? Let us know if you're still here. I learned of your channel because of your tips to read faster. Yay! So I have a question of whether my reading speed is good or not. I finished the first 3 Miss books in 2 months. Is that okay? So I don't believe that there's a good or bad reading speed. I believe that it is you can feel good or bad about how fast you're reading, and you can improve that if you're feeling bad. But I think it's like 3 Mistborn books in 2 months. I think it's more than okay. Yeah, I think that's pretty fast. But if you want to test yourself, there are different tests online. I think it's like calculate your reading speed, and they present you a text that you need to read, like they're counting or you're counting, and then they make some test, and then you get how like your speed and the comprehension level, so you can test yourself and see for yourself. But I think those books are not super chunky, but definitely have a lot, and I think reading more than 1 book a month is a lot. So yeah, maybe we'll start normalize that you don't have to own so many books. Yeah, and borrowing from libraries is also cool. It is very cool. It's very cool. I think someone that does this very good. It's Carrie from the channel Carrie Can Read, and also Leonie from the channel The Book of Leo. Both are very good at reading from libraries, and they don't necessarily have as much books. So I don't really think that you need them. I don't know. Andrew, yeah, Andrew. I completely agree. I don't think you need a big library at all. I think people are more interested in an individual thought on the book and recommendations. Yeah, agreed. I mean, it's just who you are, right? And what you want to say. I don't think you have those limitations. Okay. Do I have to read all the Cosmere books before I get into Stormlight Archive? No, but so no, I do believe that you need to have read Mistborn and Warbreaker at least. Yeah, that's my advice. But in all honesty, I went to Stormlight without even Warbreaker because I did not want to wait, and I knew people told me, and I was like, yeah, no, but I will read these. And then I'm like the same person, like, you to read Warbreaker. So yeah, no, you don't have, but there are a lot of Easter eggs that you get to understand if you read more. And if you keep reading, you keep seeing characters, because within the Cosmere, there's this concept that there's a world hopper. So there are characters that are able to travel to different planets within the Cosmere, which is this universe, because there are different realms, kind of, you have the spiritual, the cognitive, and you have the physical, right? So they are able to go through the cognitive realm, which is basically things that you can imagine are there, things that are not there. So a lot of things that are not alive don't have a space, so you can travel to those. Well, long story short, they're able to travel, and you see characters in different books with different names. So if you don't know that, you don't know that, and your experience, it's not, you don't enjoy that less. But you definitely, if you read that, you definitely are like, I'm seeing this character again, So that's funny, but it's not necessary. But I'd say Mistborn and Warbreaker. I like the Kindle for when I'm traveling, especially when flying, having layovers or waiting to crew plane while lugging around. Yes, it's always an epic journey. I love to go on holidays and just like, these are the books that I'm bringing. But at the same time, it is way more comfortable to just have one. And, if you're bored of that book, you can have another very easily. So for me, it's very, very easy. Carrie Can Read gets most of the books from the library. Exactly. And her Booktube channel is pretty popular. I mean, she's massive. She is massive. Yes. So yes, definitely there. They could focus it on spreading love for public libraries, and agree. Like, I think overall there's a lot of love about that idea. So yes, Carrie reads a lot of library books. Yes. Let's prevent libraries from closing. Yes. That's why I say when I see them later this week, because watching someone so hype and reading 2 books a week, it's so heartwarming. Oh. Hi from Ireland. Hi. Not everyone has to be Brian Lee Duffy. His library is crazy huge. Yes, I know. Yes. Each of us are different. And even if you have a huge library, you don't need to even display that, right? Like, no, you can do whatever you can. Hi. Has. I love Leonie. She's so sweet and articulate. I know she's crazy smart. Crazy, crazy smart. I'm like, you're younger than me and smarter than me. Respect. I'd be more than happy to watch someone getting into reading for the first time. It could be interesting to see their thought process. Yeah. What a good idea. Do you like floppy paperbacks? I do. I do. I don't know. Yeah, I do. I do. I don't know how one that I could say that it's like that, but I do like that. Like, yes, I like them. I don't have any problem. Paperback should be only floppy. To be honest, I hate the breaking spine. Feels like it breaks my own. I know. I also prefer floppy, but just because it's like, oh, hot take, floppy books are better than hardbacks. Ooh, hot take indeed. I do love floppy. I can agree. Although there's something also magical with hardbacks. Like it just like they stand, you know? I'll meet you halfway and agree that floppy hardbacks are creme of the crop. I'm not sure I agree. I try to go for hardbacks if possible, but floppy paperback is lovely. Yes. It's just like use the library whenever you can. Supporting public resources is important. More often than not, they do more for the community than just lending books. I agree. I definitely agree. Again, in my case, I am not able to use them as much as I could. I don't have any close to my home. Overall, I don't have as many translations of the books that I want to read. But I agree, and I think a lot of people reads from libraries, and I think the overall perspective it's very positive. So I think your friend will have no problem at all opening the channel. American covers over British covers. I think overall British covers tend to be more beautiful, with some exceptions, I think, which I don't remember now. I remember loving, for example, the Once Upon a Broken Heart, the US covers, but I think the British covers are doing something amazing lately. Yes, British most of the time, yes. Have you bought books from the Broken Binding? No, I have not. I want to. I know that usually they do have, like, I wanted to get my hands on the Promise of Blood, so the Powder Mages trilogy, but I was not able to get to it on time. But I know they are amazing. Johan Das, and also, well, our good old friend here, Andrew, is a representative also for the Broken Binding, so maybe he can share more. But I really want to. Can you support indie authors by requesting their books at your local library if it is available in the catalog? Oh, that's interesting. I only got my first library card as an adult in 2022. I mainly use it for audiobooks because it's so difficult to get to the library here. I understand. Like, each of us have a different situation. I completely understand that. Gotta go. Have a lovely rest of the stream and day. I will also really need to go because it's nearly 9 here and I have not had any dinner yet. And I also need some water. But I am thrilled that we made it to almost 2 hours and a half and that you were here and with a lot of comments that I absolutely loved. Let me know if you have any burning question or anything that you want me answered before we wrap it up. But otherwise, I will be starting to wrap it up because I need to have some food. Have an awesome day, Zuka. Yay! Have a great night, Isa, and congrats again on the huge milestone. Thank you, Becky. Becky is also a booktuber, and I've done a lot of collaborations with her. She's amazing. She's the most creative person with collaboration, so go and check her out. I think I mentioned this at the beginning, but she does also all the type of content, such as, well, romance, and sometimes that is very fun if you want to read that. This chat equals the best chat. Thank you so much, Rachel. That means the world. Buying from the broken binding from outside the UK is the most expensive thing ever. Like, buying from the UK, it's the most expensive thing ever. I agree. We were discussing this before. But yeah, crazy expensive for us. Have a great day. Yay! Thank you. Will you release your fantasy novel? If this is for me, the answer is no. I'm not an author. I madly respect everyone that has the courage and the brain and the imagination to write, but I'm not. I am drawn to stories from the reader side. So, no, I won't be writing a book. I will be reading a lot of books, hopefully. Oh, hi, Bex. How did I not notice you were in here? Oh, I love that you know each other. Have a lovely rest of the evening. Thank you, Lena. Thank you so much. Love your channel. Bon appetit. Not yet. Haha. Okay. Okay, guys. Thank you so much all to being here. And thank you for helping me get to the 10K. It is amazing. I still remember that it took me, let me see if I can make these work, but I started a channel in September 2021. It took me, well, I reached 100 subscribers by the 1st of January 2022. Then I made 1,000 subscribers by, I think, June that year. And then the channel was monetized on September that same year, because you need to reach either, well, I don't know the rules now, but you need to reach 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours viewed in order for your channel to be monetized. And I usually did small videos, so it took me a lot. So monetized in September. Then I went to 3,000 in March this year, and not 3,000, 4,000, something like that, 4,000 subscribers in March, and then after the reading slump video, which really kicked it all, I'm now at 10K. So thank you so much for the continued support. It really means a lot to me, really. So thank you. Happy nighttime reading, you guys. See you on Discord on in the next live. Yay! Thank you, Polly, for coming. Have a great evening. Love your channel. Thank you. Keep up the great content. Thank you so much. I love you. Congratulations, Isa. Thank you. Here's to another 10K. Here's to another 10K. Well deserved, Isa. Thank you, Andrew. Hope you have a good night. Thank you so much. I am sure in no time we will be here celebrating yours. Like, before the end of the year, I bet we're going to be here celebrating yours. So I hope you invite me, because why not? There's a Discord. I have a Discord, but it's for Patreons. I do have a lot of different tiers. The cheaper one, it's 3 euros, I think. So yes, our whole idea is to have this community, which is a secret society where we read books because we take care of the book spirits that are dying, because people don't read enough. And we have Discord, we have a book club, we have different reading sprints, and we have weekly reading challenges. So if this sounds good to you, come join us. I think there is a free period now of 7 days, so you can come and join us and see if you like it. You can stay if you love this channel and community, because as an author, it really does help in understanding the perspectives. Thank you, Isa. Thank you so much, Rachel. Yes, for Patreons, join us. Yes, join us. Secret Society, the Ink Guardian Society. That's our name. 3 euros. Yes, join us. I mean, join us. Okay, guys. Thank you so much for being here. I am going now to have a beer the size of my face and to have some dinner and to continue reading Fourth Wing for you. So yeah, have a nice end of the day. Thank you so much for being here, and I hope to see each other soon. Bye. Bye. End stream.